What is up, guys? In today's video we have an inside the mind style video where I'm walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and if you guys would like to use my code in the shop when getting anything, it is EvolveJake, just like my channel name is, and is underneath the webcam at all times. So I'm going to be trying to go to the Ice King's vault this game. Not my favorite place to land, but the vaults are kind of the new addition, the most recent addition to the game. So we'll see how it plays. Overall, I think the vaults are fine, but a lot of times going to be more trouble than it's worth because they don't have like a really exceptional item inside. So there is a chance to get the mythic foundation gloves, but those are just okay. Like they equate to just more uses on the gloves. You get 40 uses instead of 20, but you don't recharge faster. You don't have more uses at a single time. You don't do more damage, nothing like that. So the overall more uses isn't a huge game changer to me to really like motivate me to really want to land here, you know. And then the amount of loot you get is okay, but especially this season I feel like it is very easy to get high rarity loot between, you know, the vending machines, rivalry boards, the fact that rivalries exist and you'll have a lot of players like marked for you to get. So the vault is behind me, but I don't have the key card. I just don't like landing directly on the key card because there's not much loot at that little shack where it spawns, and a lot of times someone will grab the key card and then rush over here without much loot and then be a very easy elimination. Like that. Which I'm not even necessarily playing strictly to get that free kill on them, but more so just avoiding that myself. Like I want to be able to get a bit more loot and then play for the vault afterwards, not grab the key card, have nothing, and feel like required to go get it. As an AI, I just didn't want to drop down there while this person was on me. I was also initially going to save my big pot because there's barrels down here, but as soon as that player like zipped up, wanted to play more for that fight. Unfortunately, we didn't get the mythic gloves. So like one of the main reasons to land here, I just didn't even get it. And that's another thing. It's not guaranteed to get them. When they do spawn, they spawn on that bench. And the new Sanctuary Vault is the same way, where it's a chance to get the mythic gloves. We do get regular gloves, which is nice. As I said earlier, like the mythic gloves aren't a huge game changer to me, especially playing solos. I feel like I rarely spam out all of my glove uses without being able to get more. So we actually come away with really good loot here. I do want to drop this chaos shotgun for 10 seconds. My bounty is an AI, so we could probably do that. There's a bug with the chaos shotgun where sometimes it doesn't reload on its own like it's supposed to, and allegedly dropping it for 10 seconds fixes that. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it seemed to improve my experience thus like after I started to do that. And even if it like is just straight placebo and doesn't work at all, the cost of doing that is not very high. Like it's not hard for me to drop the gun for 10 seconds, you know. Also want to see if Dark Voyager is over here. Doesn't seem like he is. I think I would have seen the boss icon by now. The squid zone. I think when you have the squid zone, it always ends. It always ends in Sandy? No. There's like certain areas where these like really unique zones always end up, but I don't know them off the top of my head. Usually because like I just don't really care too much about that stuff. Like I'm just gonna run around and eliminate people. I'm not gonna go and hide where zone is supposed to be. Not ideal. I would have liked to get more damage. This is an AI, I'm pretty sure. Hiding behind a car like that is kind of rough this season, because you could just ground pound uppercut the car and it'll knock them up too usually. You could do the same thing with the shockwave pistol. You can like shoot the car and the shockwave effect will knock the car up, and oftentimes the car getting knocked up by the shockwave will knock the player up behind it and mess them up. I would like the third party this fight over here, but I think my timing is going to be pretty bad. He's fighting the Ice King. This might not even be an actual fight. This car allows you to kill the passenger from the driver's seat, and that's why I use it. More footsteps on me, I think. Or maybe it was that gray thing. I don't know. I saw like icons on my visual audio. Shooting at the Dark Voyager POI. This is so bad. Okay. I know there's a gold chaos shotgun there. I'll go back for it in a moment. Just these people pulling up made me not want to be messing around with loot. And then also, when you swap chaos shotguns, you have to drop it again for 10 seconds to, you know, allegedly fix the bug. And so, didn't want to do that. There's somebody else here. Alright. Can we now chill? Oh, I was 19 seconds on Storm when I dropped it, so at 9 seconds it'll be 10 seconds. That's usually how I gauge it. It's just like 10 seconds off the Storm timer. Also, after I did all this, I was missing a bit of HP from this first guy that had the Ice King thing. But I was being greedy and didn't want to eat my pizza because I was figuring there would be more heals around here that I could take. And take the self-res, I guess. It just doesn't matter for solos very much. Even with it being buffed, you now use it much faster. Even with it being buffed though, it's still like hard to get it off in solos, or like unlikely to get it off in solos. It would have to be like a pretty unique fight. Long range fights, you can maybe get it off, but I feel like long range fights are like kind of few and far between this season for solos especially. Crown over here. This fight didn't just happen though, so that person could be like well out of their way out of here though, by now. But I'll still go over there and see what we can see. That's not good. I did not want my car to keep rolling. Like, I wanted to use the car as cover, but it rolled away. Luckily, this guy's more pizza. I didn't think he really healed. Like, I got to that bush and healed, and I didn't think he healed in that time, and that's why I was, like, really down to challenge that. That's why I love having the pizza. Like, it's such a fast healing item that you have a timing advantage on most players using any other healing item. Because it turns out he had pizza there, but because he had the box in his inventory, he had to throw it and then, like, look down to eat it, so he wasn't able to heal as fast as me. But if he had, you know, big pots or chug jug or anything else, like, I'm just able to push that fight with such an absurd timing advantage because the fact that I have pizza and he had something else. That's why I always want to have them. And that's why I was, like, willing to be greedy for it earlier when I thought I had kind of cleared that area. Like, I wanted to recycle their heals and then save my pizza. Like, I only want to use it if, like, timing is of the essence. There's definitely a real player in there because they have the Squibbly NPC hired. Like, in this fenced-in area. The bots don't hire bots. He's gonna scan me. And so the guy over there will know where I am, but that can kind of be to his disadvantage. Because this guy doesn't seem to be the most proactive, so him trying to make a play on me because I'm scanned might benefit me. Also trying to, like, shoot his bot right now. We kill it. I guess that's good. But I was hoping he would want to, like, save the bot. This guy went and healed his car. Gonna eat this pizza. There's a new one on the ground there, and I'm pretty sure this guy should push. Yeah. You can also kill the driver from the passenger seat on this one, which is why I use it. The angle is, like, not allowing us to, though. because we were like going downhill. Oh my god, I'm like trolling with my seat swapping. I like accidentally swapped past driver's seat so many times. When this Hank Hill pushed, or was it the other lady? I don't even remember. One of them I uppercutted while sliding, so they would go up without me going up. That way I could try to shoot them. I think it was that Hank Hill. But yeah, if you're sliding when you uppercut somebody, you don't get sent up with them. And so that could be like used to kind of create separation. Sometimes I like going up with them though, because you can just shotgun them. But those like in-air fights are why I really like the burst SMG this season. That perfectly accurate hipfire. Like the pistol is really good too, but the hipfire of the burst SMG I value a lot with how this season plays. Like this is a very chaotic season, I feel like. In terms of like the mobility, that's actually annoying. And because that you have a lot of fights where you're like flying around and stuff. Try to use the floatiness of my overdrive nades to like hit a shot on him there. Because if I just run straight up, it's like very 50-50, almost like arguably his advantage if he just chills there. And I want to advance the fight because I'm winning HP wise. And so hit a side jump shot. He still hit me, but a little bit that you throw somebody off can really benefit you sometimes. Maybe he would have hit me harder otherwise. Maybe, you know, some players wouldn't have hit me there. Like little things like that that really help. But his NPC throwing that boulder at me was so helpful for him because the NPC did it like just as I was using my mobility to push him. And so I didn't get the push. They like knocked me out of my mobility. Like ruined my momentum. Three people left. It's a very large zone for 3 people, but that's really not abnormal this season. Especially with like the rivalry system. I think lobbies are always just like getting pried out. 2 people left now. One of them is my bounty. I really like being able to get bounties in the late game like this. And like find these final few people. It goes both ways though. Like it's just like a matter of perspective. Because some players wouldn't want to get a bounty. Because, you know, the enemy kind of sees your location too. But I think if you're confident... The zone's going the other way. If you're confident fighting, I feel like the... not getting caught off guard is more beneficial than them knowing where you are. And it's not like you get an exact location. Oh, it turned into the lighthouse zone. I did not know that could happen. Maybe I did and just never really thought about it, but it was the squid zone and then it turned into the lighthouse one. And the lighthouse ones always go to Squibbly. That was like one of the ones I remember. I think there's a zone that looks like the diamond shape, like the thing in Sandy Strip, and that one always goes to Sandy. What is this? Typhoon Blade. Thing. This Battlewood mountain would be good to be on. I wanted to get to here and then like hold my bounty, but he got ahead of me. Gonna go walk around with the overdrive nades out. That way if I get shot, I can pop that immediately. There's still another guy somewhere that's not marked to us. Bunkers here. These weren't here earlier. Oh, there's one guy. He saw me for sure. Dang, I want to hit him. I'm pretty sure that's my bounty. Okay, it's not. When you hit your bounty, they get like pinged for you. And so now I know my bounty is over here. That was so bad. I don't know what happened. That guy like dodged my uppercut twice. But anyways, what I was trying to say is when I hit that guy and he doesn't get pinged, I know my bounty is still over here and about to third party. But it just went bad because I missed every single uppercut. I want to go to this rivalry board and then buy heals, but it's like Zone is taking its sweet time opening up there. I think because that guy had like overdrive naded there, he like had the floatiness, and then that's why he was getting away from uppercuts. I don't know. I feel like they were all just like barely off. It was unfortunate. But yeah, when I initially saw this guy, I like wasn't sure if it was my bounty or not, because like it looked like it, but not really. It's a weird skin. Alright, GG's. That type of situation is also a reason why I really like the burst this season, because when you have somebody pushing into you with mobility, that guy had the mythic shotgun, I think. Maybe not. But when you have somebody pushing into you with mobility and you want to shoot at them and get damage on them before they're like on you, right? With the pistol, you can do that and it can work out great. But a lot of times I end up using too much of my magazine before they get to me, and it has a low magazine count and it does reload quick. But if somebody's jumping on you with mobility, like if you just used half your mag or most of your mag on them in that situation, it might not be like ready to go after you shoot your shotgun and then try to swap to it. And so that little bit of like magazine advantage on the burst is another reason why I like the burst. They're both really good, but just the hipfire accuracy and how fights play out this season, and then the mag size in situations like that or like destroying cars, I really like the pistol for. Also, I picked up those shield bubbles because I was going to go to the rivalry board and then buy heals when it opened up, because the rivalry boards often sell the mist grenades or chug splash. And so I was hoping to buy that, but I wanted to have the bubbles to protect myself when I went for it rather than being exposed. But it just turned out that he pushed me in that moment. And then we were able to turn the fight because he pushed with like not real damage at all. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did enjoy this, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Not the greatest game, but my throat is terrible today, so I think I will end up posting this anyways just to talk less. But GG's.